So it is Tom's birthday.
Oh,
85.
oh,
85, honey. So how does it feel?
please don't remind me. Well, I'll give you a little rundown of how it all happened.
Okay.
To start with, I was born at a very, very early age to be with my mother.
I see.
And the day that I was born, there was a set of twins that I outweighed, and I was 12 pounds, or almost 12, and I weighed more than the twins weighed. So,
Can I say something about that too? His mother really was having a hard time, and I think they finally put her out, didn't they? It was before cesareans. I think they would have done a cesarean if they'd really known.
well, remembering back, I'm sorry my throat's all messed up, but the doctors that were present at my, when I was with my mother being born, one doctor asked the other one, should we take him out in pieces?
Yeah.
That was me.
And I think that's the last thing she remembered when they
And
put
my
her out.
mother said, absolutely not. She said, you will not do that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what she said. At
Wow,
least that's
good
what
for
she
her.
said she said. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
good.
So
Yeah.
she was the best mother I ever had.
Yes, she was. She was a good
So-
mother.
so-
She was a good cook.
Oh,
You could,
don't remind me.
yeah. But I fixed you a pie for your birthday, didn't I?
Yes, you did. It
Yes.
was quite lovely. Blueberries and,
Yes.
oh, my.
Anyway, what are some of the things that you can remember that you've done besides marrying me? That was a good thing.
Well, most of the time.
Yes.
I, I worked for Aerojet in, here, would it be full, I don't know what but
Well, it was Nimbus, but I think there's a couple of
Nimbus, yeah, this
Yeah, but I don't.
Sacramento area. And I did several things that really are notable. One of them is when you fly in an airplane and you land down on the landing strip, and this thing comes out of the back of the jet engines and makes a horrible racket. I did all the instrumentation on that thing, and what it was called was a thrust reverser, and we had made that for the Navy. So when they land their jet planes on the deck of the aircraft carrier, they could slow because they were faster than the old propeller airplanes. Anyway, they slowed them down, and that's what kept worked.
Yeah, and I'm going to move this just a little bit because I don't
Okay.
think it's. And then we really think that he has. I still didn't do that good. I'm going to turn it just a little more. Maybe I turned it the wrong way. There. We really think you have fingerprints on the moon, don't we?
Well, yes, but you know, fingerprints on the moon and $1 will go buy you a cup of coffee.
It'd probably be more than
Maybe.
$1, honey.
Yeah, I suppose. I haven't,
Yeah.
haven't been out lately,
Right.
but
And-
yes.
And some of the other things, you were a real estate salesman?
Oh, yeah, well, I hate to use the word salesman, but I was dealing in real estate for, what, about 10 years or something like that?
Something like that, and that's really, we're still benefiting from that. We are.
Are we?
Yes, we are. That's what keeps us afloat, really. And remember one time we had a friend named Daryl, and he also was a realtor. And so remember he called one night and said, we have this land up at Bear, would you like to buy it? And over the phone you bought it.
Right.
And then we had it for less than a year and made quite a bit on it
Oh, I'll tell you.
and sold it over the phone.
Right.
And we never saw it.
Yeah, and the little house that the carpenter lived in.
Yes. We drove by about midnight one night.
Drove by, this was in the little town of Council in Idaho. We drove by this little house, and my real estate buddy said, we can buy that for whatever it was. It didn't amount to hardly anything. And I said, oh, great, you know. So, and the fellow that lived in it was a very, very good carpenter and builder. Anyway,
It turned out really good for us.
oh, what it did was, you know, we didn't have to we didn't make any payments on the little house, and the fellow that lived in there
Upgraded it.
upgraded it, made it better, and then he built our place where it was more usable.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was just trade.
And
It
and
never-
was, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And so it worked out really good.
swappy trade.
And then also you used to make boxes, wooden boxes.
Oh yes, mercy, yes. This is when we lived in.
Nampa.
Did we start in Napa?
No, we started in Council.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah. And at the start it was a lot different than at the finish.
Well, I had made these little gift boxes that they usually. Oh, they put all kinds of things,
Yeah.
little jars of jelly and
Meat and cheeses and
yeah,
wine and mustard.
that sort of thing. And at any rate, I was down trying to sell my boxes, and I wasn't doing. Didn't work at all. And so on my way home, I dropped the box off at Hickory Farms and told them, I make these and I sell them for so much money. Well, by the time I got home, the phone rings, and he said he wanted something like,
It was 5,000.
yeah, it totaled up about 5,000, but he said, I want 1,000 of them this size and a couple thousand that size, and we got all through. I'm sitting there, oh, and we got all through.
Anyway, we kept saying 5,000 boxes.
Anyway,
But we did it, honey.
we did, and so I thought, man, I was putting them together with a hand stapler, staple by hand. And I thought, man, this is not going to get it. I'll never get this done. So I need a machine type stapler type thing. And so I goes to the Staples store. Oh yes, sir, Mr. Lawrence, we could just do blah blah blah. You know, that's good. Then I'll take one. Okay, well we'll have to get it for you. And so they didn't get it. And I called them up. Well, we're still working on getting it, and what the problem was, they couldn't make the thing work.
Anyway, we had it done. We did it.
Well,
And you worked it by your foot.
yeah, I built a stapling gun machine. Built the thing, put it together, and set it up on a rack, put one piece of wood in this way, one piece of wood in that way, step on the pedal, bam. I had anywhere from 2 to 4 staples in at the same time, and it just worked great.
Well, and remember then you finally got that, what kind of a saw was it that so many seconds a minute would feed things through, and it weighed about 2 tons, a ton? It
Okay.
weighed a ton.
I had what they called a resaw. a big resaw, and the resaw meant it took a board like this and saw it this way, then you ended up with two boards like that. And it was, it had a power feeder on it, which you'd stick a hunk of wood in, and the feeder would grab it and zip it through the saw, and then come out with two boards on the other end at whatever you set the fence at.
Anyway, then our record was 11,000 boxes in 1 year.
That was, yes,
That was the record.
and just little old me, you know.
I helped once in a while, but not much. I've stapled my thumbs a few times and things like that.
But at any rate, I made the thing in such a manner that it would bake and make them very quickly with very little labor and effort involved, and I made gobs and gobs of boxes, and I was bushed at the end of the day. But that's what I
So, honey,
Yes,
what
sir.
does it feel like being 85? Because I'm not there yet.
did. Well, what does it feel like?
Yes,
Tired.
I see.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, you've done a lot, because you've done a lot to this place.
Yeah, well, we put in all of these raised beds in the
Yes,
back and all that
yes.
good stuff.
And we never had any extra help until this year. And this year we needed it.
Right.
So here we are. And happy birthday, Tom.
Oh, thanks a million. Yeah,
Many more.
yeah, and we're all here because we're not all there.
Yes.